Hello everyone, Tennessee Tactical back at it again this morning with a brand new video. So as you well know, if you've been watching my videos or been following the community page, I've been taking the Handgun Specialist certification program here at SDI, the Sonoran Desert Institute, online gunsmithing school. I've already taken the Associates program, graduated with that. All my videos on that are in the channel, in the playlists, and uploaded to the channel if you want to check those out. Now, I had said that when I took this new program, the Handgun Specialist program, that I was going to make review videos and overview videos like I did from the Associates program. And that's what we're doing here today with FTH 202 Revolvers course. Because last time I went to SDI, I did an associate's degree, and I did 4 semesters with a bunch of classes. I did semester reviews, and each semester there was stuff in there. Well, I'm not doing that this time because there's only 4 classes in this certification program. So I'm just going to do each class overview, or each course review. So with that being said, this is FTH 202 Revolvers overview. So this is what I've been doing for 5 weeks, or really 4 weeks. This is the 5th week. And I won't really count this week because of some things we'll go into. So I've got my iPad laying here, and I'm going to go over some stuff I wrote down and jotted down some notes from each week, and we're going to go into overview of what I did over the past 5 weeks. If you haven't checked out the regular revolver overview that I did of the Taurus 856 YouTube, this is clear. We function checked it and cleared it before the video, so this is clear firearm YouTube. Don't strike me down. But we did a overview of the Taurus 856. I will be doing a shooting video of this, so stay tuned for that. Then I did also a couple videos on some course material unboxing for this course as well. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into the overview of the revolver course. So in week 1, it was pretty easy. It was pretty simple. Very, very basic stuff, right? So week 1, we did a brief history and overview of revolvers, their development over time, their design, innovation. And then each week we had to do like a video that we had to submit like this, and then submit it to the instructor. So for week 1 video, it was basically just what I said. We were explaining some development and design, different unique features and stuff of design elements and innovation features from past revolvers, leaning into modernization of revolvers. And that was week 1. There was a quiz and like one assignment and a discussion. Wasn't too bad. Week 2 was a little bit more in-depth. We went in-depth with revolver design, which we kind of touched on from last week. Components, parts of revolver stemming from the single action and double action. So we went over every single part that is in a double and single action revolver, and we understood and basically went into detail on what those parts and components do and how they work in the firearm. Because each part works like a cog in a machine. And so basically we had to go into overview and in depth about what each part does in the revolver as well. Also, there was a cycle of operation portion of week 2 where we had to go in depth with the cycle of operations and had a very good understanding of what that was. So that's very important to know as a gunsmith. The cycle of operations helps you diagnose problems and just understand the functionality of the firearm. Disassembly, reassembly. This was really cool. We learned how to disassemble and reassemble the Taurus 856. And then the week 2 video was basically just that. We had to completely strip, detail strip, and disassemble the Taurus 856 revolver and basically reassemble it. And each time the video was set up to where there was a couple of segments that we had to disassemble and then talk about. And then after we talked about it, we would come back and then disassemble further and then reassembly. So it was pretty easy, not too bad. There was a quiz, discussion, and then that assignment. So week 3, there was a lot of stuff in week 3. So sit back, grab a snack. There's a lot in week 3 here. So week 3 covered a lot of things. And I didn't even include all of them because there's just so much to go through. By the way, week 3 would be the midterm, the tipping point, halfway point in this course. So week 3, we went over a bunch of measurements, including headspace, barrel twist rate, trigger pull, firing pin protrusion, barrel length, cylinder gap, and end shake measurements. There's still a few more there, but we won't go into that for the sake of the video. We learned about timing, malfunctions, and troubleshooting. We went into very, very great detail about malfunctions and troubleshooting, about what malfunctions can happen and how to troubleshoot the firearm if a customer brings in a firearm, especially revolvers, obviously, for this course. So if a customer brings in a revolver, we've learned from week 3 how to troubleshoot and look at the malfunctions, and also look, the cycle of operations to see what could be going on as well. Week 3 video includes an in-depth side plate, or in-depth explanation of the malfunctions. So we had to take the side plate off of the revolver, and then with the side plate taken off, we had to explain different malfunctions that could occur and what cycle of operations would be affected based on different failures, like failure to fire, failure to this, that, whatever. So that was the week 3 video, and then obviously we had our midterm exam for week 3. Then going into week 4, which was last week, there was quite a bit of information in week 4 as well. They kind of threw all the information at us in the last 2 weeks. So week 4 was repair, and then like function checks, trigger work, timing repair, forcing cone adjustment, and many, many, many more different repairs and things that you can do. I didn't go over all of them just for the sake of the video, like I said, but there's a lot of stuff here in week 4 as well, so keep that in mind. And then there's a couple other things too, like tuning, right? So we learned how to basically tune and fine tune a revolver, trigger jobs and different springs, stuff like that. And that was what the week 4 video was. So we had to basically do a trigger job on our revolver. That's what the layout fluid was for. I didn't know that if you watched that video that I unboxed those materials. I didn't know what that was for, but so I did a trigger job, polished up some areas that were causing scraping and stuff like that, and that was kind of high spots, rough spots inside the frame that was kind of rubbing against components. That reduced the felt trigger pull weight a little bit, and then obviously the aftermarket hammer spring and trigger return spring significantly improved the trigger pull. So that was important too. So there was that, and then so we also did like some maintenance stuff. So like how to keep the revolver clean, how to properly oil and lube the firearm as well. So that stuff as well. So that's really about it. Now you're thinking, there's another week. So week 5, which is the week I'm in now, and technically I've finished it because I wouldn't be making this video unless I've completed all assignments and stuff necessary for completion of this course. So week 5 is basically reflection, right? So we had our final exam, of course, and then we had a reflection paper, 600-word like self-assessment paper on how we think we did. Based on like different things we had to do as far as the videos, different things we learned as well on the revolver. And then we also had a week 5 video reflection, which was basically the same thing, but we kind of talked a little bit more about the revolver itself instead of how I did in the course. And that's really about it. Some afterthoughts and opinions. So if you've been in SDI before, you'll know that there's a lot of writing, especially for a gunsmithing school. There's particularly maybe too much writing, if you will. This time it's different, at least for this course. I don't know about the rest of the handgun specialist courses. I'll let you know on that one as I keep moving on. But so I'll explain it like this. At SDI before, like doing my regular week by week courses, week by week assignments and stuff, it was all about writing. I mean, that's all I did was write papers. This was more like practical application, and I love that. Thank you, SDI, for listening to the students, because we've probably complained about that forever. So, gunsmithing is a hands-on thing, right? You're not going to really learn a lot of gunsmithing unless you're doing hands-on work, practical application, right? So it's good to know for you who are concerned about that and interested in taking this, it's good to know that basically everything you do, you kind of do hands-on, right? There's one paper, that's it. You do everything revolving videos. You have to take videos, like I said, like this, and submit them to the instructor. A lot of it is basically working with the revolver. And then you've also got different things that you have to do. Like I said, trigger jobs, disassembly, reassembly, talking about cycle of operations, malfunctions, repair, maintenance, all that good stuff you make videos about like I'm doing here. So I like that a lot better than writing. Thank you, SDI, for listening, because that, I mean, writing is essential to any college. Absolutely. I agree with that. But this is a more hands-on trade school, if you will. I've said that before. It's not technically considered a trade school, but if anybody's been to college or trade school, you'd know SDI is set up more like a trade school. And then also there is one hiccup, one downside to this whole course that I didn't like. Maybe SDI, you can kind of look at this and kind of fix this, please. So I love the videos. The videos are great, but here's one problem with it: time limit. There was a very strict time limit on these videos, right? And if you know me, I'm a talker. That's all I do is talk. So I'll be rambling on for minutes at a time, and I've already passed my time limit, and I'm supposed to do stuff with the revolver and stuff like that. Yes, you can edit videos. Yes, you can kind of cut the video down to meet the requirements, but the time limit is just stressful. And basically, if I need to take the extra time to explain myself correctly so I get a good grade, please allow me to do that. Of course, I'm not going to make an hour video talking about cycle of operations, but I'm talking like, let's say one assignment was like a 10-minute time limit. I went over like maybe 20 seconds. Big deal. So, however, I did get points taken off for that because there was a time limit that I did not meet. So please loosen up on the time limit, SDI. That's kind of ridiculous. Course material was mainly video instruction. Thank God. Thank you, SDI. This is great stuff here, because if you've taken SDI before, you'll know a lot of the course material was books and stuff, reading, and that's great. We need to learn how to read. Reading is essential to basic society and understanding and stuff like that. It's great. Awesome. Good on you. But here's the thing. I am a hands-on person, and a lot of people taking SDI are probably hands-on people as well. Not everybody, but maybe, some people, maybe more out of not, I don't know. But if you're working with very hands-on things, and if you can watch a video and see these instructors do this stuff hands-on, so you can get a literal, eye-to-eye coordination idea of what's going on, instead of having to sit here and read, scan through a book and see, okay, we're supposed to take apart the side plate by taking these screws off. Instead of reading and trying to understand, you literally get to see it. So it's great. It's awesome. Good stuff. The revolver and tools were adequate enough. A lot of people harp on and talk bad about Taurus. I really think this was a decent revolver, and I'll make a couple other videos about this, so stay tuned for some more videos on this revolver. I'm going to be doing some more stuff with it. But I think overall, it's not a bad little revolver. Maybe Taurus needs to step it up in the game of like striker-fired pistols and stuff like that. But for the revolver, it's really not been bad. So that's pretty cool. At least we get one. So that's pretty awesome. And then basically, I just really liked this course. This was a fun course. I learned a lot about revolvers in a very, very short amount of time, mind you. But it was a lot of information. So, that's really about it. I've went over my little cheat sheet here that I wrote down. Just didn't want to leave out anything because there's a lot of stuff here. And then basically, there will be more courses like striker-fired pistols and hammer-fired pistols that I will be doing as well. I start the striker-fired class Monday, and then in a month's time, I will be doing the hammer-fired pistols. So look out for different unboxing videos. I've already got like some stuff on the way from shipping department for the striker-fired course. So look out in the very near future for those unboxing videos. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that's about it for FTH 202 Revolvers overview. If you've got any questions at all, please feel free to comment down below. I'm pretty good about getting you the answer. If I can't get it, then I'll find somebody that can get the answer for you. If you're interested in taking this certification program, if you've got any questions about that, again, feel free to ask as well. And any other questions about the whole entire firearms industry, you can ask questions. Also, the degree that I have already got through SDI, the Associates of Firearms Technology, if you got questions about that, you know what I just said, leave it down in the comments. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that will be it for this video. If you've enjoyed it, please sure to slap that like button. If you're new to this channel and you want to get notified and you kind of want to get into this and look more at stuff like this, please feel free to subscribe with notifications turned on so you don't miss any video. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, have a great day.